actually started. We've got our air quality test done to get a baseline air quality. And you can see everything's sealed up. Anything not coming out is covered up. So floors are covered up, windows are sealed up so nothing gets outside. We have the back door, which is the entrance into a dirty room, a shower, and a clean room, and we'll get you shots of that from the outside in a bit. We're hoping we can save this railing and reuse that, so that's all covered up. Again, floors are covered, except for floors that they're taking out for us. It was about 30% in these floors, so these are all coming up with the subfloor. More air purifiers running, building negative air in the house and allowing fresh air in. Seems like quite the operation. This is where I was saying there's the back door. This is their dirty room that they enter first. And then you go into the shower room, and then you have your clean room to exit out of. Little filter pump down here for the shower and for the drain in the shower. So they actually take care of all that water, which is pretty crazy. So now I can't get into the house. And this week, I think I'm gonna tackle getting rid of this deck, because for permitting, because we're doing such an extensive reno, we need to make sure that window meets egress, which it doesn't. So if there was a fire, you need to make sure a person can get out of that. So it's just under 4 square feet for the opening that we need. This one's only about 3 square feet. So I want to get this deck all ripped up. I want to dig down so we can get a bigger window in there, because it's October. We live in Canada. The ground's going to freeze and I won't be able to dig it out. In the big plan, I think the garage is going to come down. We're going to try and save some of that siding. It's old wood. It's probably going to crack apart, but hopefully we can save some. So where we're changing, we're taking this door out. We're adding windows, so we need to patch siding because we need to save money because of the asbestos bill. Back to the house. The abatement team, they've got their start, so now I can't get back into the house. Today we'll try and get the deck boards up. The actual deck boards are cedar, they're just quite dirty, so I think I'll try and save as many as I can. Hopefully I can get all the screws out and they don't crack apart. Stay tuned to the end of the video and we'll try and recap you on the money we've been spending for this week. We'll see you at the house. Abatement crew from Troy Demolition's here already, and they're inside already taking things apart, so that's moving forward. And it's a little chilly out, so I better start working so I can warm up. It's about 4 degrees Celsius. I think that's 38 Fahrenheit-ish. the top off the deck, and I've got all the cedar boards just stacked up to the side. We're saving those. Hopefully we use them again. Hopefully that wasn't a waste of time, because it was kind of boring and it took forever. So I still have to get out all this deck structure and eventually get to digging the hole to make our window bigger. They've actually built it quite well. Tons of hangers. They've used the proper fasteners. So it would be an absolute nightmare to try and take it apart and save it. Unfortunately, I don't have an extension cord. But good news is the chainsaw from when we trimmed the tree out front was still in my truck. So we're going to use that. We'll just watch out for nails and chop up the deck. Should be fun. We have cut apart pretty much all we can with the chainsaw. So I've got a pretty good pile here that I'm gonna break apart with the sledgehammer. But over here, I've got a whole bunch of dirt, and then same thing over here by the window. So I'll probably have to shovel a bit out, and I think I'll probably bring an extension cord and use the Sawzall in this. Blades are cheaper, and generally they can go through nails, because some of these I won't be able to see any nails. So thankfully didn't hit any with the chainsaw. That'll probably be it for me today, and then tomorrow we'll break the rest apart and start digging a hole, I think.
So we pulled up all of the old deck, the landscape material all underneath it.
Yeah.
Amazing. The footings.
They used hangers plus the proper fasteners. Usually everyone just uses deck screws.
They get 5 gold stars from Chris. Yeah. Should we have taken the whole thing apart, or should we have just taken apart what you needed to get to? Wait for that. Once we know where the new doors go, I don't think we dig these out. I think we plan to use them again for like a deck. I remember now that what I really wanted in this whole backyard was the patio stones.
Yeah. That's why we had talked about taking the whole thing.
How hard is it going to be to take these things out?
We don't have to take the whole thing.
What do we have
to jackhammer the top off?
So it doesn't feel like a whole bunch of wasted work.
Well, if you wanted to save the deck, it was wasted, but...
I didn't think I wanted to save the deck, but now that I see how much work went into the deck, we should have reused some of it, but oh well. Man, is it weird that they're like, you can hear them clunking away in there? Keep wanting to like peek at a window. That's not a thing. So now that the asbestos is going on and we're over that hurdle, the next thing we need before we can actually start tackling the work inside is a permit. Today, I would like to confirm where all the windows are going, confirm where the doors are going, get that part done. And we can talk about the cool thing that we're putting on the front of the house that we haven't mentioned to you yet, but we have a fun idea to update the exterior. And then you and I need to decide what we're doing with fireplaces. Whether we're putting a little fireplace back here in the kitchen.
In the dining room.
Yeah, in the dining room. Fireplace in the dining room. Fireplace in the dining room with 2 chairs, big sofa to lounge on. Those are the decisions. Big decisions. What I've done on my computer is laid out the bookcases that I want to put here and possibly the sofa, or this would be a fireplace with some chairs here. But either way, this door needs to move this way.
Right.
I plotted out where all of the kitchen cabinets are going so that I can make sure that things like sinks and the range are centered on these windows. This is the revision that I'm going to be sending to the permit folks so that we know that these windows are getting exactly where we want them to be. But the window that I want to talk to Chris about is over here. So remember that we have this window in the kitchen that was originally over the kitchen sink. Here is that kitchen window now on the drawing. But what Chris and I were talking about is getting rid of this window completely and putting a transom window, like something long here, so that what will end up being is it will end up being in line with the door. Because of course the ceiling of this room is now like here-ish. So when you're in the room, it'll be like a transom window.
Is there cabinets or anything on the exterior wall, or they're all on the interior?
Well, I think we'd put them on the interior wall just so that we can have like that light and that window. More windows to talk about on this side of the house. So I've mentioned it before in another video that I wanted to add a window where the stairs at the top of the stair landing, but I've realized we have a problem. So if we add a window, it's going to break apart that band. As a designer, that is very weird for me on the outside. I think it will make me crazy. The other thing is we have a limited amount of windows we can put on the side of the house for fire code. And what I want more, and I mentioned it in another video, is a really pretty window in the bathroom. I think that will matter more to me. I'm going to say goodbye to him. But I am going to add an oval window in the powder room.
Oval?
Oval. I want an oval. I've always wanted an oval window.
Just to make it more difficult?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
Oh, have you guys all spotted like this sneak peek to what's happening in the front of the house? This bedroom window that you're working on.
So what I'm thinking is we're going to go no more than a 4-foot wide window.
Okay.
Because if we were going to go over that, then we need more engineering drawings.
Smart. Okay.
Saving a little money there.
So I need a window that's 4 feet by 2 feet. 4 square foot opening.
So 2 foot by 2 foot.
Okay. This window we want to make bigger. So what I think we're going to do is do the new window as tall as this window and wide enough so that it ends up centered on the wall from the inside. Of course, we have all the windows going in here. So we're going to be putting in a window right here because, of course, we have all of this great side yard. And the whole reason I fell in love with this house is because we can add so much window to the side of the house. I've laid out where the furniture is going to go, and we know that the sofa is most likely going to end up on this wall. So we've decided to not make that window really wide, but we're not going to make it really low, which is going to save some money on the cost of the window. But also, what's the point of having a window super low if the sofa is hiding the window? So again, a little bit of pre-planning with where you're putting your furniture can save you a ton of money. Now, the super exciting part that I've been dying to tell you guys about for the last couple of weeks that I don't know how well we're going to be able to show you since apparently we're collecting things in our front yard is look at the porch. Look. Ignore these. In the end, we decided not to add these because they end up in a funny spot in the room. So that was a fun idea, but it didn't work out. We're going to be adding 2 French doors here, which I'm obsessed with. So when you're sitting in the living room, there's 2 French doors out onto this deck. So we told you that we're going to be doing an addition to about here from inside the house to create a bit more of an entryway. And from there, we're going to have a deck that's like this deep. I'm so excited. Doesn't it turn into the cutest little cottage house? I hope we have room for a porch swing. Fiona really wants a porch swing. So I'm going to go back home. I'm going to finalize these revisions, get them sent off to the permit people because our goal is to get the permit submitted by the end of this week. It has to go into the city or else we are going to be at another standstill. And already, are you running out of things to do outside?
Outside, yeah. We will try and save some siding off the garage.
Any news from the asbestos people? Do we know anything about what's going on inside?
I mean, it sounds like they're doing something.
I might see if I can go in tomorrow and see what they're up to since I'm going to be here all day anyways. So stay tuned for that. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm a little bit afraid, but also super curious.
Okay, deck is gone. We're about to start digging for the window well. We'll probably end up going down about 1.5 feet because we want to make sure we have room underneath the window for snow accumulation. And then we can put a good layer of gravel in there just to allow for some drainage, because we can't tie into a perimeter drain or anything like that. So this window is actually close to the width we need, but in order to get that well in and backfill it, maybe make room for the concrete saw, we're going to go a foot wider on each side, down about 1.5 feet, and then the other code requirement is for a window wall, we need to come out 30 inches from the wall. So I'm going to end up coming out more than the 30 inches because the well itself will be 30. And we can drop that into place, backfill everything. So let's start digging. We have the hole done for the new window, so we have room to cut out the new opening and then kind of get the new window well installed, and we can get all that backfilled. But I actually have a bit of time left today, so Heather and I mentioned about saving some of the siding. In the bit of time I have left for today, I'm going to see what I can pop off, see what I can save, and hopefully be able to continue on with that tomorrow. Okay, this might be a foolish plan. Taken off 5 boards and one of them hasn't cracked. The bottom of these boards are buried below the ground, so we can't get to the bottom nails. So generally the bottom of the tongue is cracking off. And then there's also boards like this that the tongue's already cracked. I might call it a day because it's a little frustrating. Come back tomorrow, see what we can get off, and maybe have better luck then. So we'll see you tomorrow.
You've been hard at work.
Well, I feel like I'm hardly working.
Hopefully they're done this week. They told me I'm going to go in after lunch. So, I don't know. I'm a little nervous. The big hole.
Yeah, it's ready to get cut bigger and new window put in.
And that's as deep as the hole has to be? It's like ready to go?
Yeah, we don't need it much bigger.
Okay, sweet. We have our little helper here.
Okay.
Do you want to say something to all the people? Because what weekend is it in Canada?
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone who lives in Canada.
And, you know, an early Thanksgiving to the Americans, but you guys just got to wait a little longer for your pumpkin pie. So today we're going to tackle the garage siding.
I took 5 boards off yesterday. Only one didn't crack, so it's not going so well. We'll try a few more boards today.
Oh, you do wish I had somewhere for a hammer.
Did you guys hear him? I heard him.
Hammock. Bees planning the backyard furniture. What did we decide about our trees? They're not big enough for what?
They're not big enough for a tree house.
Not big enough for a tree house. But we're going to have a hammock.
See this? You can pull nails with that, but you can also put it under and pry the board. So you see how we have nails there? Now you can hit it back in. See how that one stuck out?
Yeah.
Now come here. You can put this on, like that. Push down. Yeah, there you go. Keep pushing down. There you go. Look at that. You got it good.
Good work, honey. Help now.
I'll just pick them. Yeah.
Oh, that one's split too.
Look.
No, I got 2.
Yeah. Wishful thinking. Yeah.
So what
Beware, beware, beware.
Do they still make the siding? Like, can we just buy it to patch?
Just have to measure the width. It's just cedar channel siding is what it's called.
Okay.
So we should be able to buy new cedar boards.
And then we just have to patch where we're taking it off.
And of course, repaint. Unfortunately, can't keep the blue.
Oh, yeah. So, no point. Oh, well, Bee's just signing her name on the...
Yay!
This is my first asbestos. Okay.
So you just have to put this on.
Okay. Oh my god. How long does it take to be a pro at putting on this crazy suit? Hey, you guys been doing this for like 15 years?
Well, about 12, 13, yeah.
It's very flattering.
How do I look? This would be a great Halloween costume. How many years have you been... What were they called? The Ghostbusters? Right?
Do you want me to...
Well, I can't feel anything with my fingers.
Because of the gloves, yeah.
You're gonna have to do it. Oh my goodness! Holy cow! Oh my god, it's so different! Holy cow! Kind of work we won't have to do now, which is nice. It's so clean!
We're just finishing up the vacuum and the cleaning upstairs. The cleaning up here.
Oh. Man, it looks so much bigger!
It
Right? Nice. Wow.
looks a lot different than when we first came.
So different. Wow.
We noticed before we started that these were open. They just to get into the basement. So we had to poly them off, right?
Holy cow.
Nothing goes in that way.
Whoa. It's crazy. It's so clean. I want to show Chris the video because he's going to be super happy. It's so clean.
Oh,
And it
amazing.
looks huge. It's crazy. It's demoed, like full
Yeah.
demoed. Costs a lot more, but it saved us a ton of time, I think. In the end, I think it actually ended up saving us time, which
Yeah.
is super cool. So that was unreal. It's so clean in there. I was just telling Chris, I'm like, it's like they took a cloth and wiped down every stud. And apparently they told you.
They actually wipe everything down before they glue it out.
Isn't that just the craziest
pretty
thing?
wild.
It is spotless. So for all of you who admire Chris's tidy workmanship, I was just making fun of him. His bar just went up. So where they are now, they have one tiny little bit of flooring left to pick up. Tomorrow they'll be able to do the air test, assuming that the air test comes back clean tomorrow, which I'm sure it will because holy cow, tidy site. They're going to take down the containment on Monday. So this is really exciting because I've seen it, but Chris hasn't seen it. So maybe we'll do a big reveal for him next week. What do you guys think?
Here we standing on our own, on the beaten track. We lost ourselves and wondering which way to go. Can you tell me what to do? 'Cause I can't leave without you. No reason to deny that we've gotta try again.
Fixing the faucet.
It's been dripping for so long, this faucet, so we finally got a new one. So even when he's supposed to be relaxing, he's fixing stuff.
Well, take a few minutes.
No drip. That's nice.
So sadly, we couldn't keep working on the house because we ran out of work.
Well, we couldn't get in the house.
We couldn't get in the house because of the asbestos, and we ran out of work outside of the house.
Yeah.
But happily, it's Thanksgiving weekend in Canada, and we got to go camping. So we wanted to start including at the end of every video how much we've spent that week. But we'll catch you guys up with how much we've spent so far in the project, and then we're thinking at the end of every video we'll start to have a little money talk. So where we are, we spent $625 on the house. We're hoping to spend around $160 for the renovation. I'm not sure that's going to be possible anymore. We've spent about $3,000 to get the as-built drawings done. The as-built drawings are drawings that I had done by drafters that detail exactly how the house is when we took possession of it. And that's what I'm editing to get the permit drawings done. And I put a ton of more information about how to start a renovation and a little bit more about as-built drawings in our blog, if you want to check that out. And have you spent any money?
We've had 2 bins, that's $1,100, and I got a couple key cuts for about
we're not
going
going
to
to count that.
So pretty minimal, pretty minimal.
Pretty minimal. And so the only real big expense has been the asbestos abatement, of course, which we mentioned was about $23,000. But you made a good point.
Yeah, so if you were getting this done yourself and maybe hiring people to do the demolition,
But you didn't necessarily need abatement done in addition to your demolition.
get a number for a regular demolition of that size, and then we'll subtract that from the asbestos abatement, so you have an idea of what the asbestos is on top of a regular demo.
And I'm hoping to do a weekly blog post on our website with the details of how much we spent. Also on our website, I have a renovations template with some prices in there. You know, there's tons of variables in renovations. You certainly can't use it as a Bible to how much your renovation is going to cost, but I mean, it's somewhere to start getting numbers. So take a look at that. I'll put a link below. Thanks for fixing the faucet in the bathroom.
It doesn't drip anymore.
Okay, so I guess that's it for this week's video.
I think so. Thanks so much for watching.
We'll make